Namaste, my dear friends. A lot of people are practicing yoga today for the improvement of body. But yoga is not just for the body. Yoga is for the different layers of our human structure. An important question that is often asked to me is whether yoga can help us in our emotional quotient. Emotions are a very essential part of our life. It is our response to different experiences we have based on the impressions we have inside of our heart. Yoga calls these impressions as vasanas. And based on the vasanas, our responses to experiences differs. The same kind of experience may trigger a particular emotional response in one, while it may trigger another emotional response in another. Now, this is not only based on the experience that is happening, but also what is within our hearts. So, this is why yoga becomes an essential ally to allow us to develop our emotional quotient, because many of our emotional responses are based on the strong negative vasanas that are still lying dormant in our hearts. This could be based on our expectations or expectations imposed on us. It could be based on the fears we have. It could be based on some unresolved trauma that we have had. So as long as these impressions are influencing us, we will respond to different scenarios from this place. And sometimes it may not always be right. Very often what I see happening today is many people assume their emotional responses to be reality. Emotional responses are not the reality. It may be a subjective experience, but not necessarily a reality. So what happens in yoga is that when we practice yoga correctly and appropriately, these vasanas will first wake up, will express, and yoga can help tools to resolve these unresolved vasanas, and therefore our emotional responses become more appropriate. Yoga never says that we must not have an emotional response. Yoga is only advocating that we have the appropriate response in the appropriate moment, in the appropriate context, and most importantly, for an appropriate duration of time. This is why yoga is an extremely important tool to develop our emotional quotient, because yoga is not just for the body. There are tools like mantra, bhavana, dhyanam, etc., which can also influence our subtle psycho-spiritual structures from where our emotions are originating. So please, my dear friends, engage in the holistic practices of yoga so that you can develop your emotional quotient to the best capacity. Namaste, my dear friends.